If you checked on your relationship the same way you check on your bank account, would you be relationally rich or would you be on the verge of bankruptcy?
Many of us track our money quite carefully, but we don't track our connection in our relationship. And over time, that's how relationships run low. Not because of one big costly mistake, but because we have many unacknowledged withdrawals.
We call this relational equity. These are the emotional reserves that carry you through those hard times. Think of it as a rainy day fund.
In today's episode, we're going to show you how to build your relational equity so you can make grounded, centered decisions about your relationship to know either I'm going all in or decide maybe it's time to invest in someone else.
So grab your drink and let's get started. Hey, baby.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so in this video, we're going to define what relational equity is. We're going to talk about the common ways that people drain equity in their relationships. And then we're going to finish up by explaining how to build relational equity for your relationship.
I think simply put, it's the time, energy, and attention that we put into our relationship, and it on a daily basis. And when we are mindful of the investment, what we put in, just like we do with a bank account, we see whether we are growing that investment or if we're taking too many withdrawals, we're depleting it. So it's that ROI, what's the return on our investment?
Yeah, I think that has the impact of us feeling either we feel rich or we just feel like we're poor. There's not much there.
We are living off of fumes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that because it's relationally rich, lots of connection, fertile ground to grow creative ideas, or that drain.
Mm-hmm. So it's really the experience that you have about your relationship. And this can be romantic relationships, but it can be really any important relationship. It could be with your parents, it could be with your children's siblings, or even friends.
So how is it that couples drain or people drain that equity?
I think from the beginning, they don't know how to build it. I think in the beginning, it's on autopilot. When relationships are new, well, we have chemistry. I'm attracted to you. So let's spend all our time together.
Yeah.
And then when the chemicals are going, I'm like, oh my God, just keep speaking. I love hearing the sound of your voice, and I want to touch you, and I want to feel you, and I want to taste you. But that's chemicals driving the bond.
Right. It feels like the relationship, it just does its thing. It like the flower, it just grows. I don't have to do much.
Unknowingly, we're building lots of relational equity in the beginning of a relationship because it's the honeymoon phase.
Right.
And I'm going to buy you flowers. I'll put a lot of effort into the dinners and the dates and everything. And that's great for that 7 to 9 months.
Yeah.
But then when the chemicals fade, what is the habit that I have towards building and connecting in relationships? And I think a lot of it is just we're not taught how to do that. So relationships drain quickly because we don't know. We're not good investors. We're not taught how to invest in relationships.
It's not a conscious, this is behavior that builds healthy connection. This is behavior that brings me closer.
I think there's just too much of I do me and you do you in relationships.
Yeah.
We know how to look out for ourselves. I don't think we are taught how to maintain us care.
Yeah. And us care, when you say that, I'm like, oh, as you said us care, I'm like, oh, that feels really nice because I feel the connection. And that connection is when I feel emotionally rich. In this case, if you did something, let's say you came in really harsh or strong, or like it sounded like a criticism, I would feel the disconnect. I'd be like, ooh, I'm moving apart. And
sure. And that would be an overt, obvious thing of like, oh, if I'm putting in crank, it's bringing down. Non-cranky things, like for example, if I said, I'm now going out for the weekend to play golf with my friends.
Oh, yes.
And I'm gone.
Yeah.
And you're wondering, when are you home? And I say, later. And you say, will you be home for dinner? And I say, I don't know, I'm not sure.
Right.
And then all through the day, you're wondering where I am. when are you coming home? Am I eating dinner for myself, or am after dinner? Are you showing up after dinner? And then if at like 1 o'clock in the morning I stumble through the door because I've had a few too many drinks with the boys, that's a less overt, but a equally damaging effect on the relationship, because I'm looking out for self. I'm looking out for my self-care, my friends. And so energetically, I've been investing in other people or my needs all day.
You're letting me know that your care prioritizes our care, and that's me included.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And actually, I love that example, because draining the bank account, because so let's say you have that impact on me, but I choose not to say anything. So then I am impacted. You don't know how impacted I am, because you're just so caught up in your plan and you think it was great and totally fine. And I don't let you know the impacts, and silently I start stewing. Silently, I start building resentment.
So then if I come in for a kiss, and then I get that kiss from you, like it's very tight and quick.
The tight-lipped kiss, yes.
And then I'm wondering, like, what's up with you?
Yeah, isn't she cranky?
Because your resentment about something, then I start thinking, oh, well, you're not being loving. You're bringing the crank in the relationship without acknowledging you may just be responding to my absence, my withdrawal all day.
And that makes me realize that, when we could go back and forth this way all the time, like not just all day, all week, all month, all years, draining our equity.
I think how we see relationships and how we engage in relationships, that was taught from growing up as children. And when we have learned that we have a hands-off approach, that our parents have kind of left us to our own devices, we think, I guess that's what you do in I guess
it's all we know how to do.
I guess you're good, because I'll just make sure I look after me, and
I'll make sure I look after me.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be good. So there we go.
Okay. I'll see you. Good night. See you tomorrow.
And we have separate bank accounts. We don't have a joint account.
Yeah. And that's the sad realization. It's whether you're talking about a literal bank account or the emotional bank account, we have separate bank accounts. And this is why people feel that they're living separate lives. They have this undescribed distance between them that they don't know how to talk about, but they feel the divide.
They feel the divide. They feel the separation. They feel the lack of joint and connection. But they also don't know, they don't have language around it.
And this is what clients come in to talk to us about, is that they know enough to say that there's something about communication that needs work on, or work on a relationship. They feel alone. Yeah. They feel separate.
Yeah. Their bank accounts are really drained. So, they're on relationship welfare. So it's pretty desperate.
Yeah. It is. It's kind of,
yeah. And then we're like the food bank. We're like,
doling out a boost of energy.
Yeah. It is the opportunity to become more aware of those habits, those unconscious habits that were gifted to us, and we didn't know what we were being given.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us look at the return on the investment. Mm-hmm. We want a high return, but low investment.
Yeah.
And so we want to give scraps.
Yeah.
What? I did the dishes. What? I walked your dog. I checked that box off.
Yeah.
My work is done now.
Yeah. Keeping on the theme of bank, I have my individual investment strategy, and you will have your investment strategy, because to create wealth.
Yeah. And we see this in lots of couples that come to see us, that it's about two individual investors.
Yeah.
They keep turning away in investing in something, work, exercise, or someone, friends, work colleagues, or
or an affair.
Or an affair. So they're investing in other relationships rather than the one that they live with.
And they don't realize that the reason they're not getting the return on the investment is because they're actually not giving the attention and putting in the regular deposits and doing the necessary behaviors to grow a profitable, flourishing account.
Are you a person that has an abundance of attention, love, and behaviors into the relationship? Or are you a person that just is stingy?
Very metered, stingy, tit for tat,
Yeah, I did this one thing, so now you have to do this one. I prepared a meal, so now it's your time to prepare. I walk the dog, now it's your turn. And when it becomes this emotional accountant, then we become very stingy.
Right, we lack that generous energy and spirit. It's in the spirit of generosity, actually, that connection relationships flourish. It drains in that miserly, metered, stingy approach.
I think that's a really good point. When one person just becomes the investor and the other becomes the taker, then resentment builds. It drains people's energy, their battery, and they just feel like the relationship is sucking the life out because I've given and given and given, and I'm not getting the return.
Yeah, you use that golf example. If that partner keeps going to play golf, and then the next week there's a tournament, and then they've got late night meetings, and then they're gone to work, and the other partner is home taking care of the kids, the dishes, the groceries, the cooking, the cleanup, the other relationships that make up their social network, you can see where there would be a drain on that system.
Yeah, the relationship is being held by one person, and the other person is like giving, I'll fit you in somehow, in between my golfing, my socializing, my work, and my marathon training. I'll fit you in, and that you should be grateful.
Actually,
someone who's very busy,
yeah,
you should be grateful that I fit you into my busy life. And then you're going to feel...
I'm going to feel...
fit in.
Yeah, like fit in, unimportant.
Squeezed in.
Talk about disconnection. And actually, as you say that, again, back on the bank account thing, we see relationships where they feel like the contribution is a financial one. And I think it's really important to distinguish that what we're talking about, this is all... non-material exchanges we're actually talking about. These are actually acts of energy, our attention, the generosity of spirit. You cannot buy your emotional bank account. You can't be like, hey, but I earn the money. You like this house?
Therefore, I'm going to buy your silence by not criticizing my behavior and attention and engagement at home because I was out working all day, making money for your lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's buying silence.
So one of the big ways we invest in our account is we take the time to actually talk about our relationship.
So just like having regular check-ins with a financial advisor, you and I in our relationship to have regular check-ins on how are we doing.
Yeah, like what is the state of our union?
Yeah, so to have regular check-ins where you get a chance to sit down and just talk about how's our connection. And that may be scary. And that's what we help clients do, is have those conversations. But know that that uncomfortableness, that's the price of admission to have a quality, a conscious, a rich relationship engagement. If you're just guessing on what your bank account is and you don't know,
this is the strategy,
then you really don't know. To check in with your partner, say, how is us for you?
Yeah.
Because I have my idea. I'm happy. Are you happy? Does your heart feel safe being in this investment with me?
Yeah. You're recognizing that I'm here by choice. Just because, we got married doesn't mean that now I'm saddled to you. But, and that my happiness now, it's done. Like whatever it's going to be, hands off. But rather it tells me you care about my well-being. It tells me that you understand that our connection doesn't just happen magically. It's created by both of us. And you also let me know that my happiness and my experience in this relationship matters to you. You don't take it lightly.
Because your happiness means our happiness. What a terrible experience is if I'm the narrator and saying, oh no, we are happy, but in the corner, you're like, then we're just living a lie.
Yeah.
So it'd be better for me to relax knowing that you freely can say, I love this investment. So the solution is to become a day trader.
Oh, I like that.
Regularly checks in. And it doesn't have to be an hour-long sit-down every day, but enough to check in and say, how are you? How's us? And to be relational with each other, to talk about the strength of our connection. That means that you're soliciting feedback from the other human being. So what is it that I could do that will make this relationship feel safer for you, that you can feel better in investing your time and investing your life with me?
Share some of the ways in which we invest in our relationship.
Yeah.
Go
ahead, you first.
Yeah.
What is it that we do?
When the energy starts to rise and we're off, we've learned stop.
Yeah, we recognize pretty quickly conflict is starting.
But we've learned to turn toward each other.
To say, okay, I'm not going to invest that. I saw that's a really bad impact on us. So let me take ownership for that. How can we put a different energy into the relational space? I think that's important.
We've made it easier to get our attention. We prioritize each other. So if I'm doing the dishes and I yell, hey, Jeff, can you grab this, and grab a cloth and dry this? You're like, sure. Like, it's easy to get your attention. If I'm coming in with groceries, I rarely have to ask for help. And you offer it up, but it's not even just, that's one when I ask for it, but it's also that you are oriented to offer, to be aware of other.
Another is appreciations. Catching your partner doing the things that you like and feel touched about and share them with like wild abandon.
Yeah.
I love it when you do this. I see when you do that. Thank you for doing this for me. I feel loved when you do that. So excited because of this. Like, don't be stingy about that.
If it happens, if it happens multiple times a day, better. Let that sort of be the culture.
Appreciations means that your relationship experience will appreciate as well. So appreciations are huge. And the other is repair.
Oh, yeah.
Apologizing. Take ownership for when you had a negative impact, a negative consequence. For I had that impact on you.
Yeah.
And I'm now going to make the steps appropriate to fix my error, to change my behavior. I'm going to update my way of engagement so that this is healthy and happy for both you and I. I think we are really good at having each other's backs, sort of like you and I against the world, that we don't make decisions that are good just for one person and not good for someone else.
Yeah.
Because we have a commitment to go together. And when we go together, if you're not having a good time, that I'm not having a good time. Like, if you're not having fun, that has a negative impact. I'm like, well, why are we doing this activity? If you're not having fun, why don't we just pick a different activity?
That activity doesn't have to be something you equally love. It can be something that one of you loves, and like golf. You want to go golfing. I want to golf less. But the reason I go with you is because you aren't trying to make me golf like you do. And I am okay to say, okay, I know I'm not going to be great, but it's about how we golf together, that we're together, and the experience of learning from you. We have fun together, laughing at ourselves.
But also, if you don't love golf, then golf is not going to be a priority in my life. It will be a nice to have. And so I'm going to update what activities I have in my life because I want to promote more of the activities that we do together than the activities I did when I was 20.
Yeah.
So having conversations about the state of the union, how is this relationship for you, is an important conversation to have. If that's yielding not good results, if the person is constantly withdrawing, doesn't want to engage, and wants to be the same way then maybe they're telling you about the type of investor they are. They're a sole investor. They're not a relationship investor. They're looking out for themselves, not so much looking out for usness. So the bottom line is that relationships take time, energy, and engagement. And when that happens with both people equally, then the relationship flourishes and your relational equity rises. If you are the only one investing or the other person is only investing, over time, that gets drained. And that might be your red flag to know it's time to invest in someone else.
So thank you for your attention. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button, share it with anyone that you think could use this information, and stay tuned for this next video.